now with Patterson. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Play fake, Mariota. A complete to Drake London. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
That's his first catch of the game, and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Off the play fake, Mariota. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. That one goes for 24 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. To throw, Mariota. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
From the gun, Mariota.
Another completion right back to Patterson.
Touchdown, Falcons! Cordero Patterson, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Falcons are on the board first here this afternoon.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. It's caught, and it's 8-0.
Interesting. I mean, they're putting their foot on the gas here early, going for 2 to go up 8-0.
Well, after that drive, you have to believe that they thought to themselves, if we can do that, what's another 2 yards? Let's go get those and get 2 points as a result.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fielded right around the 8. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
Just shy of the 30. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he's got room. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Chicago.
David Montgomery Hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Santos with the extra point, and this is now a 1-point game. So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Looking deep downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown. A great effort there. 68 yards. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
On second down, there's the option going left. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
And that's why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing on third down, Fields.
Oh, it was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
Ah, you're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski
different
was an
things
interception.
for different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a
too many syllables. Yeah.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw here pulled in by Hilton. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one. Off play action, Fields. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick 6.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the second quarter.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick 6.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive? Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now this is Hilton on the receiving end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Out of the gun, Fields. He gets this one complete to Bowden. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Up the middle, it's Montgomery.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 84 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Here's Fields. to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Here's Fields. And that's complete to Lynn Bowden. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bears get a bit closer. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. From out of his end zone, it's Avery Williams. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there is never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And the tight end goes in motion left. Play action now. Mariota out to it. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The sack backs him up, so now Mariota in Atlanta dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go option to the short side. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. From the gun on 3rd down, Fields flushed out right. And that will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
On 4th down, Fields.
And It's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bears tried it on fourth down, unable to convert. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Back to throw now on 1st down.
Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted.
Eddie Jackson picks it, and they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown. You have to figure with a rookie quarterback out there, you have to live with some of these mistakes, except they're going to happen. This one, though, that hurts. You're losing in this game.
And that's what you tell him. You know, that's what you drill on in practice. That's what you work on throughout time. Look, take care of the football, and then we'll let your talents come out. Don't try and force things, and then we end up with big plays like that end up hurting us.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. The Falcons at 2-8 now on the year. And they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W. They have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a month, partner, in this league, without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well.
On the move to his left.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes.
Nick Kwiatkowski able to maneuver in for the sack.
Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender gets
under pressure. They got him again. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got Green. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it.
Oh, Fields is intercepted for a third time.
Eddie Jackson picks it.
And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
So a big chunk of yardage will be marked off there for that PI call.
And now you know why receivers and the guys throwing the ball, they like to collaborate and just heave it up sometimes, because you can get these types of calls that go against the defense. Pass interference, and they gain over 30 yards of real estate on that one.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. On 2nd and 9, Mariota. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime.
The sack backs him up, so now Mariota in Atlanta dealing with a 3rd and long.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick.
And the Bears are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
So first thing that crossed my mind is, why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you didn't.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Chicago.
Darnell Mooney.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Bears have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
Now the point after try for Santos. He's got it. This thing's turning a bit wild here. We're tied at 28. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
That's Derek Barnett coming in and making the play.
A truly all-around great effort against the pass today. First an interception, now getting to the quarterback for the first time in this contest. I think offensively, they just forgot to prepare for him or simply overlooked him in getting ready for this one. Either way, a big mistake, and he's making them pay for it.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Come on, set, 45, white.
They'll throw now on the final play. And
caught by London.
So So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now the man from Kentucky, this is Lynn Bowden. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice, dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
I know they want to go for it here, and I know that their fans want them to go for it, but listen, I'm going to play head coach right here and look at the facts. Tie game, plus, even if you get the first, you still got a half a field to go. I'll go ahead and punt the football myself.
Singletary, they'll run for it. And this will be a Bears first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
If he writes a book in the offseason, he ought to title it Undaunted, because where he is on the field, back on his own side, and goes for it and gets it, I got to give it to him on that one.
Yeah, only thing you can justify it with is it was only a few inches that they needed. If it's 4th and 2, probably doesn't do it. Hey, he got it. Give him credit.
Yeah, but if they don't pick it up,
then you're in trouble.
Yeah, they're giving points to the other team at that stage.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Now it's Fields.
And he comes back with one complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 45-yard line. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Singletary, they'll go up the middle. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Right back to Singletary on 2nd down.
And some room to maneuver. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Devin Singletary.
36 yards.
And the Bears have moved out in front. A pretty well-executed run. They were telling us yesterday, Charles, they were hoping to get everybody in sync. The line, the backs, and everybody looked in sync on that play.
They were in sync, and the field tilted. And that's where we get the term running downhill, because when you've got that kind of momentum and everyone's doing it properly as you just described, It does feel like they are coming from downhill to you as a defender, and that is really hard to stop.
The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. One of the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
They go play action here on first down.
Got a man, it's London. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
When you run into slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
On play action, they'll throw. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards 2:22 on the clock.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
To the air again, Mariota. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Bird.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
To throw again on second down. Mariota. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. A.J. Boye with a pick.
And the Bears are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
109 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
A handoff on the option to Singletary.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Consecutive runs of 6 yards gives him a 1st and 10. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Fields. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. This offense so far on third down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 16 yards is the pickup there on a first down for Chicago.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
On first down, they stick with Singletary. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
To throw is Fields.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Casey Hayward with a sack on a well-timed corner blitz.
Well, you don't have to be a student of X's and O's to know that right there, that just was the perfect play call defensively.
You're exactly right, because what they did really well, disguised their intentions. They never thought that the corner would come on the blitz, but when he did, that QB was exposed and brought to the ground.
Here we go on 4th down, Fields. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. But the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
And can they take advantage? Their defense got the 4th down stop, and now they're hoping to find the end zone. A field goal wouldn't be enough to erase this 4th quarter deficit.
Carlos Dunlap, the defensive end, the one to bring him down.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
He's got a man, complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one covers 29 yards, first down. Now Mariota. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Mariota. Got a man. It's Patterson, complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll run with Patterson.
Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were.
On On 1st and 10, it's Algier.
And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Algier with another carry.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
That solid gainer will put them on the doorstep of the end zone. More importantly, it gives them a fresh set of downs. Nice work right there.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
They'll try to run with Patterson.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Cordero Patterson. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. And he's got it here for the 2 points, but there is a marker down, so we'll have to see what that's about. So a big play coming for the Falcons as they'll go for 2. And it is caught. They got the 2 points, and with it, they've taken the lead.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he's got some space here. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
159 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Going up the gut, Montgomery. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward, because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go away.
Yeah, I was going to say, could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. A give, this is Montgomery. And they'll get to him short of the first down at about the 16. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So here's Cairo Santos on the field goal try. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And they've come in here and stolen one on the road. What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So for the Bears, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, the problems just get worse and worse as they fall to 2-9 now on the year. And they'll try for a better outcome next week as they head to D.C. to take on the Washington Commanders. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.